Hello, Marielos. Yes, it's a nice day here. Good afternoon to you. It's afternoon for you there. What time is it? It's only 11:30 here. Madara, hello, dear. Bruno, hello, from Brazil. And Marielos from Guatemala. Madara, where are you tuning in from? Ah, 12:34. Emmanuel from Boston. Good. Let me... So we have Lareb Khan. He says, I'm a male of 19 years of India. And he goes right into a question, which is pretty good. My ex keeps bragging about her new boyfriend, and it really hurts me. I still want her. What should I do? Unwant her. You should not want somebody who is not wanting you, or who already has another boyfriend. Simply, you want her because you're trying to bring pleasure to your life. Otherwise, there's nothing special about her. The only thing special about her is that you know her. And because you know her, you think then it's easier than somebody that you don't know to establish some kind of a relationship or interaction with her. And also you have memories with her, which entails your experience with her in that relationship. And your memory is constantly trying to tell you that it was a good thing, because you don't really think about, or you don't remember the stuff that went bad, the reasons that you guys are no longer together. So the file that your mind reaches out and brings about is only about the good stuff. You need to bring the whole file, a complete file of that relationship, which means whenever you think of her, also think about the stuff that weren't good that caused you guys to separate and break up. Then you'll have a total picture. If you constantly think of the good parts of apple that you had, and you don't think about the parts of the apple that were rotten or had worms in it, or was not edible, was not tasty, it was just weird or dirty, and only think about the couple of bites that you had from the side that it was all crunchy and good, then you think the whole apple was good. But if you think about the whole of the apple, everything, the good and bad, then you will see, maybe it wasn't such a good idea to consider the apple a perfect apple. Maybe I should consider it, it was okay. And when you think it's okay, then you wouldn't be trying to get it back, because who wants to be with someone who's just okay, but not really completely what you're looking for? So bring the whole file about her, her entirety, not just the physical body and physical shape that makes you excited about, because that's your programming, your genes for seek female for procreation, and you're programmed to like that. But if you only think about physical part of her entity, you will think that everything about her is pleasurable. But if you think about the whole thing about her, the entirety of her, the consciousness, the way she is, the way she thinks, the way she behaves, the way she reciprocates her feelings about you, towards you, then you will see, not really what I'm looking for. Then you will not want her and say, okay, now that she keeps flaunting the new boyfriend to your face, you think because somebody else wants her, therefore she's of some value or some caliber higher than what you know of her. And you're enticed to want to compete with that person because from childhood you've been programmed to compete and to want to be more and to be compared with the others and prove that you're better than the others. And now you're feeling that you should be doing the same thing to prove to her that you're better because somebody else wants her. Don't worry about that. Just focus on if she was good for you in entirety or not. And the number one reason that you shouldn't think she's good for you is because she doesn't want you. She's not with you. She's not reciprocating your emotions and your attention. Therefore, number one rule to be with someone or choose someone for a partner is that if she also wants you, if she doesn't, what good is it to you? So move on. Sandy, hello Sandy. Good to see you, dear. Must be 7 o'clock in UK. Abby says hello. Hello, Abby. Princeton, how are you? He says, hi sir, just finished watching one of your videos. The 3-minute laugh trip it made me cry. Okay, good. Good. Let's see what else we have here. Sandy says, why do I have dreams of my ex? Does this mean I'm still not over the relationship yet? No. It means that's the only food on the table. If you just had a schnitzel test just a week ago, and since a week ago you haven't had any other food, well, obviously you're going to be dreaming of the only experience you had, the only kind of food that you had. So that's natural. If you go on and have other things in order to think about and other experiences in relationship, other new friends, then it wouldn't be the only thing on the menu, and it wouldn't be the only thing occupying your mind in that department, and it wouldn't be the only thing you would dream of, because all day long you're thinking about it because there's nothing else to think about in that department. So naturally, usually when we dream, it's based on what we've been occupying our consciousness in thinking about that. And when the ripples of our mind are calm at night, which happens either through meditation or through sleeping, then the surface of the mind becomes very calm and clear. Therefore, the reflection of the things that went through your thoughts, through your consciousness, traveled around in the field of the known and pinpointed different spots of the consciousness, different parts of the consciousness, different information in the consciousness, which mostly was whatever it was that you were thinking during the day, then on that calm surface of the sleeping consciousness, the reflection of that thought during the day that you've conditioned yourself to think about will become more clear, and you will think of that. Otherwise, it has no other meaning other than the fact that you've been thinking about him too often during the day. So, Lareb Khan says, she keeps giving me mixed signals, always texting first, always indirectly asking if I have a new girlfriend. Sometimes I think she's making stuff with her new boyfriend up to test me. Regardless of what she asks and what her intention is, you just be truthful. She says, if you have a new girlfriend, says, well, I haven't found anybody good enough yet, but you'll be the first to know as soon as I find something suitable. Somebody who meets my standards. You don't have to play games, just tell her that. In that way, you haven't actually said you have a girlfriend, which you don't, to stop her from pursuing you in case she's interested. And at the same time, you haven't told her that I'm sitting around and waiting for you. That means you're actually on the lookout, and provided if you find a qualified girl, then you will have a relationship. So that also gives her that little bit of a uncertain feeling of, ooh, she might miss you and miss her chance. So if she's playing with you or not, either way, you have been yourself and truthful, and that it would be better. Olga. Hello, Olga. Olga says, how are you doing, Mehran? У меня все хорошо. I think that would be the gist of my answer, I guess. I think I did it right. Как у вас дела, Olga? Batur says, hi, sir. Hello, dear. Sandy says, thank you, Mehran. You're welcome. Madara says, Mehran, what should I do if I was betrayed by someone whom I cared for? And that's an important part of your question, two ands, and did everything in my power to make them happier. And they make me feel bad about myself. How should I deal with it? Let me read that again. What should I do if I was betrayed? Well, if you were betrayed, do you think that's a reflection on you? If you've been betrayed, it's not a reflection on you. It's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because there's something wrong with them. It's a reflection on their consciousness, on their way of treating others, the ones supposedly are so good to them. So there is a video I have on my channel. If you go and search for the word betrayed, I have been betrayed, or have you been betrayed, or you have been betrayed, you will have a bunch of videos coming. And on those videos, I've explained in detail how you deal with that and what that means. So it will be much better than the little that I can talk about it here. And he continues, says, what should I do if I was betrayed by someone whom I cared for and did everything in my power to make it? They make me feel bad about myself. No, they don't. So look at those videos and you'll be fine. Jerry Giovanni, come stai? Buongiorno or buonasera, where you are. And he says, hi, T-Man. Well, thank you. You can call me Mr. T. You know, remember the A-Team and Mr. T in it? And so it could mean two things, yeah? Just wondering if you uploaded this segment about the one who asked about the lowest point. I wanted to see what you said again. The lowest point. Oh, I see. The weight of all objects are naturally underside. Is that what you're talking about? That would be in the video of the power of mind, or the mind power, and has a picture of I think it has a picture of somebody's trying to lift me up in the seminar I did in the university, local university here. And perhaps if you look at the picture, some bigger person is trying to lift me up, or just, I wonder if you have purchased my book. The ebook is very nominal. I think it's like $5.99 or something. Me, My Psyche, and I. In it, I have a chapter about meditation, about mind power, and in detail is explained the unliftable body, I believe. Or you can just watch that video and just see if that addresses your question. But the part that I was asked about the weight of all objects are naturally underside, I'm not sure if I've uploaded, but I've decided that I will upload all the live talks right away, rather than putting it in queue after the trimmed sections of each video to one question and one answer, which I try to do when I get the time, and they'll be lined up to be uploaded as an individual videos. But I will upload the live talks just as it is right away, so you guys can have access to it. So I will check after this live talk, see if any of the live talks have not been released. I'll publish them all, so you will go by date of when it was done, and then you can find it. If it was the last one, I've uploaded the last one already. Olga says, oh, I'm glad everything is good. Thank you. Spasiba, большое спасибо for that kind word. Carpe Diem says, my favorite person on YouTube. Cheers, my friend. Okay, thank you very much, Carpe Diem. I appreciate the kind sentiment. Larabe says, thank you, Mehran, you're amazing. Well, I know, but you know what? I will not believe that you think I'm amazing unless I see you promote the channel as good as we expect. Once we have 1 million subscribers, then I know I've been amazing. But in the meantime, thank you very much, Larabe, for your kind gesture. Olga says, by the way, I'm still 28. Haha. What happened? What did I say? Did I say you were 30 last time? Have I pushed a button there, Olga? The truth is one. Doesn't matter what I say or whoever says anything. If you're 28, you're 28, regardless of what mistakes we make. So, same token, if somebody says something untrue or derogatory or not complimentary about you guys, no matter where, who, what, it doesn't matter because truth is one. And regardless of what they say, that's not a reflection on you. That does not represent you. It just means a reflection on their judgment, which is wrong. Otherwise, you rely on the truth rather than trying to fix them. Whatever they say doesn't change the truth. So whoever you are, however you are, that's the truth, and that's all it matters. Carpe Diem says, thumbs up, guys and gals, for Mehran. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Carpe Diem. My pleasure. Very kind. Very kind. I've got so many momentary advertising managers today, promotional managers. I appreciate every one of them. Loti says, I think when the video of the live question and answer is available to watch later without editing, because you have the feeling of a nostalgic conversation like a family gathering. Okay, let me read that. I think when, I like when the videos of the live questions and answers are available to watch later without editing. Okay, no problem. They always are, guys. Every one of them are available untouched, but I also trim every question and answer to be one video by itself, so it'll have its own title, so it'll be more searchable. Because I have had some people who, so I do it in both ways, but I have had some people who also say, if you could put kind of pinpoint by numbers or by time, so they'll know which question is where, so it'll be easier for them to find it. So for that purpose, before even they make that comment, I've been trimming them to be one question, one answer, which takes lots of my time, but hey, that's the way we could do it to reach more people and help more people. But yeah, I will upload them just as soon as they are done. Carpe Diem says, 13 watching, only 4 thumbs up. Let's get the thumbs up. Oh, that's right, guys. What's going on with you guys? Are you not enjoying? Are you not here to ask your questions? Then put the bloody thumbs up right now. Right now. I want to see thumbs up, and Carpe Diem is going to report back and let me know because I can't see the number of thumbs up here. So go ahead, guys. Everybody thumbs up. And every video that you watch, don't forget, click on the thumbs up thing. It helps the algorithm, and it helps to recruit or bring or invite more subscribers to the channel. Now, let's see if you guys are really, genuinely interested in this channel by showing it now. Go thumbs up, click on the thumbs, and then see if Carpe Diem will record that and confirm that. Madara says, thank you for answering, Mehran. You're welcome. Jerry Giovanni says, okay, thank you, Mr. T. Okay. What if you made a channel about you drinking tea only? Look, I've made a channel with such elaboration about emotional problem, breakups, relationships, things about thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, and ego, matters of our psyche, the whole of us, the center of us, going deep into the roots of our psyche. Yet, we only have about 14,000 subscribers. And you think people are actually going to be gathering around the channel because of the tea that I drink? Come on now. Give me some ideas that will help us out. Olga says, Lol, you're absolutely right about the truth. I'm just kidding. You're amazing. Thank you, Olga. If I have few people like you guys promoting me with such good, kind words, I think we'll be somewhere much faster than the speed we're going. Carpe Diem says, Mehran, I was thinking you can offer a free book if we reach 14,000. But to whom? I can't offer a free book to 14,000 people. That will defeat the whole purpose of doing things. One purpose is the fact that I'm genuinely interested and passionate to help people around the world, which is the truth. But also the other part is that I would like to turn it into something economically viable. So I will be more than happy to spend more time and make that to be the only thing that I naturally would like to do, as I know this is what really helps everybody and I love doing it. So now, how many do we have, Carpe Diem? Could you let me know? Did anybody listen to what we said? Did they actually click on the thumbs up? Batur says, sir, how willpower may strengthen in any situation like waking early and learning language. Thanks for your answer. I remember when I was training Aikido in university, one of the biggest masters who visited us from Hawaii, God bless his soul, he was such a kind man, strong man, and very kind, informative, excellent instructor. And in one of the after-class gatherings that usually students gather around him and ask questions about Aikido, meditation, mind and power coordination, techniques, and whatever else it was the topic of the study, he said, the way to wake up and get out of the bed, because many of the students were saying that, you know, they have a hard time, or some people are saying they have a hard time get out of the bed. So the best way to do is the moment you open your eyes, get out of the bed. Meaning, don't linger there thinking, should I or shouldn't I? Just make your mind to listen and follow your direction. The willpower must be exercised, not just thought about. If you just think about something, well, it's thinking. And you get conditioned to be just enjoying that solace you get, that psychological security, that comfort zone that you would be spending time in the field of the known, in your consciousness, which is a place which everything is known. And when everything is known, you feel comfortable. There's no surprises. And when you keep thinking about something, you will enjoy thinking about it. How many times in your life you've thought of something, a relationship, what to do, what to buy or not to buy, where to go or not to go, or do I take this course or that course, and or do I do this or not do, quit my job, not quit my, take this job, all these things. How long has it, how many times have you just kept thinking about a decision you wanted to make? And then after a while you got used to keep thinking about the decision, and that became a thing for you to do. So you never made the decision, so you could always constantly, continuously think about it because it was a comfortable place. As long as you haven't made the decision, you wouldn't be facing with the consequences. So thinking about making the decision or not would be something safe. So you wanted to be in the safe zone, so you constantly thought about it. I remember there's a story says that this some thousands of years ago or some hundreds of years ago in India, this man came home after work or whatever and was sitting at dinner table, and his wife was sad or depressed looking or unhappy looking, or something different in her energy. And he said, "What is it?" He said, "Nothing." She said, "Nothing." Then the other night again, it was the same thing, and she was sad at the dinner time, and he says, "What is it?" And she said, "Oh, nothing. No problem. It's okay, nothing." Third night again, he said, a few nights passed, and eventually he said, what is it? She said, nothing. He said, no, what do you mean nothing? I can see that you're sad. You don't look like you're yourself again. What's concerning you? What's in your mind? What's bothering you? She said, well, it's my brother. And the husband says, what about your brother? She says, it's been, he's thinking about renouncing the world. He says, renouncing the world? How long has he been thinking about that? She says, about a few years. And the husband smiles and says, he'll never renounce the world. She says, well, why? He says, don't worry about him. He will never renounce the world. And then he says, do you want to know how one renounces the world? She says, yes. He got up, took his shawl or whatever it is that he could, walked out the door, never came back. And that was the end of it. I wanted to show that this is how you make decisions. This is how you renounce the world. You can't be feeling comfortable in the whole process of decision making. And that is when you will get used to the process, but not the actual decision making. So, I don't know, what was it that I was, that made me to say this? However, there it is. The willpower. So, now, that's why. So when you wake your eye, open your eyes, just thinking it's time to get out, don't dwell on the decision. Get out of the bed. That would be exercising your willpower. And he says, in any situations, says, sir, how willpower may strengthen in any situation like waking early and learning language. Thank you. And also remember, meditation has a lot to do with decreasing the ripples of your mind, because as long as we are alive, there's always activities in mind. We constantly think, and these activities could be of many kinds, and the ripples of the mind creates disturbance in your whole being. And if you go with the same kind of a condition of mind in bed, you will continue these thoughts and disturbance or occupation of thinking in your mind. The ripples continue and doesn't let you fall into sleep because it's not calm enough for your mind to be close to reducing the activation of it and then be calm enough to fall asleep. When it's active, it's like saying, I want to fall asleep when I'm running. Well, you don't, because you're running, you're active. And, and unless you sit somewhere and relax, you won't calm down with that high energy. And your heart will be, beating fast. It's like saying, I want my heartbeat be at 60 when I'm running. Well, it won't be, because you're running. You've given it activity. If you want your heartbeat to slow down, then you got to sit down, slow walk, or lie down. The same thing with the activity of the brain. You say, I want to be calm enough to sleep. I want to sleep, but for sleeping, you need to be calm enough. And if your mind is active, it's not calm enough to fall asleep. Meditation helps the mind to decrease its ripples, decrease it to infinitely imperceptible ripples. And then mind becomes clear and calm, no movement in the waves of the pond or the ocean. Will be calm enough to let the whole body and mind together become unified for the first time in the day, where mind has always been all over the place and the body has been here and they've been separated from each other and struggling to manifest their total power while they're separated. As our entity is mind and body, yet the mind is separated by thoughts all around the universe, all about things, and your body is here. While separated, they're not moving together. They're not able to be exercising and benefiting from their total abilities because they're separated. Our entity is mind and body. But when they're not together and harmonized, we don't manifest our total power. But for the first time, when you're lying down and meditating and the ripples of the mind have been decreased to infinitely imperceptible ripples, the mind enters into a calm state where the mind and body both become to be in one place in time, and they manifest total relaxation, which is the natural state of the human being, which is the strongest state of the human being. For that reason, if you look at one of my videos that shows a strong man, a big man is trying to lift me up, and it can, but a second later, same man trying to lift me, the same person, cannot. That is when the mind and body both have become unified. And that is when we are totally relaxed. Because if I use my body and try to tighten myself to resist not to be lifted, he still lifted me up, as my video shows. So by tensing up or trying, I still wasn't able to manifest my highest power. But when I was able to bring the mind and body both in the same place and time, and still you could see my face and whole posture to be relaxed, relaxation is a natural state of ours and the strongest state of our being. That's why when we are having our mind and body both coordinated, not even that is the most relaxed time of us, it is also the strongest time, the strongest posture of our body, the strongest situation and way that we can create in our body by relaxation. So when you have meditation and the mind decreases ripples, the mind ends up doing in the same space as the body is, and that creates calmness, clarity, and that's when you fall asleep. So that is why it's very important to meditate, to be able to naturally, on an instant, to bring mind and body coordinated. So mind would be at the same place that the body is. In my book, Me, My Psyche and I have discussed it elaborately, that why mind needs a home. Because everything in our body has a place. The fingers have a place, wrist has a place, elbow has a place, nose has a place, eyes, ears, everything you know where they are, physically. But the mind has no home in our body. Where's the mind? It's all over the place. Every time you want to use it, you got to go, bring it about, concentrate it, and then focus it on something else. But it's not readily available for you like your finger is. You know my finger is. I know where my nose is. I can always, if I want to shake hand, I simply know, I bring my hand out, I shake hand. But it's not like if I got to go and grab my hand from somewhere else, bring it back here, and then extend it for shaking hand. I know where it is. But my mind, I don't know where it is. My mind is all over the place. So that's why it's important for the mind to also have a place in our body to rest, relax, be there. When we call upon it, we can simply order it, command it, and it will do what we want, rather than go first, find it, and bring it. It's like I have a horse, I want to ride it, I got to go in the pasture, I got to find it, bring it, whistle for it, to bring it here, harness it, and then ride it. But I want my horse to be there, saddled, ready, every time I want, jump on it and go. That's where you want your mind to be, a place in your body with the rest of your being, mind and body. Body is here, mind should not be all over the place. If the mind also would have a home in the body, then mind and body can be coordinated. That's when you manifest your total power. That's when you're the most relaxed, and that's when you're most strongest. I mean, most strong. You're the strongest. So, having said that, if you watch that video, it will explain to you. And if you get the book Me, My Psyche and I, it has an elaborate explanation about this, what we just talked about, and the meditation techniques, and you will get your answer there, even in more complete way. Batur. So, Carpe Diem says, good job, 13 watching, 12 thumbs up. There we go. Now we got something going. Thank you, guys. Yuna Luis says, hi, sir. I love you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I can't see your face, but thank you. I appreciate that. So Yuna, let us know where you're tuning in from, how old you are, and I believe it's a lady, Yuna, unless I don't know if that name, Yuna, it's an interesting name. Carpe Diem says, random draw. I see, random draw. Everybody would be upset that why didn't you draw me? But yes, I may have to maybe do something. However, we are, in fact, I was just talking to one of the experienced marketing agents in Los Angeles, how to put a program together for me for some promotional programs on the mediums that she is representing. And so we're discussing some kind of a activity in that way to get the word out and bring more people to their attention about our live talks and YouTube channel, and see, hopefully we can get where we want to go and reach more people, support more people, help more people, and also be able to justify this time and effort that we put here by bringing more subscribers and hopefully more introduction about the availability of support and the economic viability. And so let's see. Thank you, Carpe Diem. Good suggestion. Yuna says, I do, but not all of the live talks. Some of your old videos are really good. Some of? I'm hurt. I recommend my friends to listen to you too. Thank you very much, dear. It's very kind of you. I appreciate that. That is what we are looking for. Carpe Diem says, if you volunteer moderator from time to time, I'm here for you, Mehran. I will take that under consideration. It's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. That's good. If you need a volunteer moderator, that is. Yes, that's a good idea. Once we get big enough, we may need to do these things because it becomes rather, you know, needs more attention to everything else that we're trying to achieve here. Very good idea, Carpe Diem. Thank you for your attention and kindness. Sundar says, Mehran, I've asked you already about my situation between my ex-college classmate, where she suddenly got cold to me, and it helped me see things clear with my desire and pre-programming. Good. Good, 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 good. However, he says, in the last couple of days, she started giving me signals that she wants to get back together. I don't know if I should get back together with her since she is a shallow person who lacks communication. Well, you know what? If you're looking for Aristotle to be your girlfriend, then travel in time and find that philosopher who knows everything is not shallow. Look, not everybody is deep and not everybody is totally shallow. But if you just want to be friend and have a, you know, a friendly relationship with, you know, with a girl in your, while you're in a school, you shouldn't be necessarily focusing on such a serious relationship that it has to be this way and that way and so forth, because if that's the way every one of you think, none of you will get together to have an experience of having a girlfriend or boyfriend, because you're looking for that ultimate person that you want to get married to or stay together for a longer time. That's going to come by spending enough time and creating a new order, and not just the regular friendship that you may be having in a school time. So take it for what it is. As long as everything seems to be working in such a way that it will give you the experience of what it is to be in a relationship, that's good. But if you see that it's uncomfortable and it's really very different, and you're looking for a real last relationship that you will ever have, you know, and you want to get married with her, well, that's, of course, I understand. Otherwise, don't be too hard on her and don't be too hard on yourself. You're all trying to experience and learn and advance and grow with it. So take it that way and see how you guys can learn from each other and get experience. So perhaps both of you in your next experiences, you will have more of an understanding of what to expect and how to be. I lost you guys. Where are you? This thing jumps. My goodness, where did it go? Okay. Madara says, how do I overcome loneliness? I like spending time by myself, but sometimes loneliness creeps in. Well, I have a video, many videos about being lonely, loneliness. And if you go on my video channel, which you are right now, search it after the talk, and for loneliness, then you will see that there's a difference between loneliness and alone. What you're doing when you spend time with yourself and you like it is being alone. It's not loneliness. And in alone, there's a tremendous power and responsibility, which helps you to connect with the universe, with the nature, helps you to learn about life itself, helps you to ponder about things and connect with the energy of the universe and nature. Because alone, if you look at the old dictionary meanings, we've talked about this before, alone represents all one. All one, alone. Of course, it has two L now, but before it was all one, alone. So all one, alone, being all one, means you're one with all. That's the opportunity you have to become one with the whole nature, to be aware and alert of everything that is flowing in the way of energy in the universe, from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe. So you can be part of that as you are part of the universe, and you connect yourself with the whole entirety of life. So being alone, pondering, becoming experiencing the nature by yourself, your thought, your consciousness, it has tremendous responsibility and opportunity for you to learn more about yourself, your psyche, your thoughts, consciousness, your fears, desire, and ego. Every one of them you need to understand. What is ego? Where did it come from? What is desire? What are the steps that desire takes to become what it is? What is fear? Is there such thing as a fear? How does fear come about? What is thoughts? What is consciousness? What is the relationship between thoughts and consciousness? All these things can happen when you're alone. All one with the nature, considering your connection with it all and being part of the whole, the entirety of the universe. These are the opportunities. With it comes with responsibility, with the knowledge that you gain from it. So you can't consider being alone to be the same as lonely. Being lonely is the person who doesn't want to interact with anybody, wants to sit in the corner and just be itself and not exchange the energy. And remember, it is very important for you to exchange energy. For anybody who's out there and feels lonely and takes refuge in loneliness as if it's asking for attention, and being lonely sometimes in some level, it's an act of selfishness, because by allowing yourself to be lonely, being on the side of things and not participating, you're actually indirectly asking for attention, for special attention. That's where you pull yourself aside in order to be noticed, that you are not within the crowd and you're out, you're not participating. So in a kind of a selfishness in there. Now, if you want to get over that, you must understand you have to participate in life. Exchange of the energy. When you're setting yourself aside, you're not exchanging energy. Your energy becomes cooped up and you become susceptible to disease and sickness and cold and so on, because your energy is not having a conflux with the energy of the nature. What do I mean by that? Well, if you go in front of the ocean and just look at the massive ocean body of water, you see so much water in there, and then you scoop a bit of the water out of the ocean, bring it out in your hand, and you say, my water. Well, in your mind, it's your water, but in the eyes of the great ocean, it's part of the great ocean's water in your hand. Now, the same thing, we have encased some life in our body, and we say, my life. Well, in our eyes, it's my life, my energy. But in the eyes of the great universe, is part of the universal energy, part of the universal life that is now here in my body. Just like the water that I pulled out of the ocean, and call it my water. But it's not my water. In fact, it's just in my hand, but it's part of the great ocean's water. And my life as well, I call it my life, but it's really part of the great universe's life, energy that is now in my body. So, what does that mean? Now, that means if I want this water to have more, to stay fresh and not get spoiled. Because if I keep it out long enough, it'll go stale. It'll go spoiled. It'll start stinking. Of course, it's got salt in it, but it gets spoiled. You know what I mean. Now, the same thing in my body. When I say my life, my body, my energy, if I don't understand how to have conflux within this energy that is in my body and the energy of the nature, then it also, that energy gets spoiled and cooped up. Now, if I want this water that it was in my hand, the water that I have in my hand from the ocean water, to be fresh, I have to let it back in the ocean. Let it back in the ocean. Let it have conflux with the great water in the ocean. And it'll stay fresh, and it'll be replenished with all the nutrients, all the fresh, all the oxygen, all the molecules, and it will have the conflux and interchange. And that's where it stays fresh and natural. Same thing with my life. I have to learn how to create this exchange and interchange between my energy in my body that I call my life with the energy of the universe that is constantly flowing through the universe. I have to create this conflux, this energy. And by doing that, I will create a fresher energy in me, which helps me to be healthier. Otherwise, that energy not having conflux, it gets cooped up, and I'll be susceptible to diseases and illnesses because I don't have a fresh energy flowing through me. It's an energy that is not used. That's why it's so important for you to participate in sporting activities, in communication, interaction with people. Good or bad, doesn't matter. The fact that you're creating and using your abilities and creating this conflux and interchange brings that life, and that life turns into a motor to motivate you, advance, and be part of the whole day-to-day moments of life, and you will not be lonely again, because being lonely has more things wrong with it than just the way it feels for you not being entertained. I hope that would be something for you guys to think about. Now let's see what we have here for questions. So Undertaker says, I have returned. Okay. For the man who seeks the truth mind. Okay. Carpe Diem says, awesome guys, 19 watching, 13 thumbs up. Let's get more. There we go. That's my man. Now, what is it with you guys? 19 watching, 13. What happened to the other 6? What do you guys? Plug their ears? So, come on guys, we need to get moving here and get people recognize that this is a channel with content that everybody can enjoy and find support in it for their concerns about relationships, breakups, thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, and ego, the entirety of how our center is put together and what our conditioning is all about and how we tick in the day-to-day negotiation of life. Now, we have Desp says, hey, I broke up 1 week ago and I can't get the decision of moving on. Well, go on the channel, just go on the playlist, says how to move on. There's a playlist and you've got numbers of videos there that will help you rather than just me giving you just a little pep talk here. Yuna says, move on. You don't want to go through the same breakup again. Oh, you're talking to Desp, okay? Carpe Diem says, Mehran, next time I'm in BC, I would like to go for coffee with you if you have time. You are brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Carpe Diem. It would be a pleasure. Any one of you who are in Vancouver, let me know. We'll definitely find a place, have nice tea, or maybe take a short walk on the beach if the weather is good. And I would be more than happy to meet with you guys. And Carpe Diem says, and I repeat, let's get Mehran to 1 million subscribers. There we go. That's my man, and that's the plan, isn't it? Now we have 16 thumbs up. That's wonderful. It's exciting every time that we are doing these talks. And Deb says, Mehran, you're the best. There it is, another promotional manager for the moment, and I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. We will need all these wonderful comments. I wish these comments could also be placed right back when the live talk is uploaded, because as you know, when it's uploaded, none of your comments comes with it. It's like blank slate, clean slate, no comments there whatsoever. These are all just momentary here. And Carpe Diem honors me by a wonderful, kind wording. Says, thank you for being such a wise teacher. Wonderful. Thank you. Kind of you. Olga says, that's exactly my problem. I can't escape my comfort zone. I'm fearful of the world, fearful of making decisions. Sometimes I can get panic attacks when thinking about it. It's like a circle. I can't escape. The first thing you need to do to stop using can't. When you say I can't, then the mind is kind of conditioning itself that I can't. If you really want to say something, so I'm trying and I'm making effort to escape. I am finding a way to escape. And that tells you that you haven't escaped, but it also tells you you are finding the way. It's a movement forward. Whatever your body does, the mind does it first. If you think that I can't, the body also, if it's a running or sporting activities, whatever else it is, or just something to do, the mind thinks I can't or says I can't, then the body follows. And the whole intention turns into I can't, whatever it is that you want to do. But if you say, I'm finding a way to go to that place, let's say, I'm finding a way to travel to Hawaii, then you have a movement started on a positive energy forward. And that is very important for you to practice that. Because definitely you can. The fact that you haven't done it yet, you haven't been successful in doing it yet, that doesn't mean you can't. It just means you haven't done it yet. Like almost everything else in life. If I simply say I can't do it, like I can't have 1 million subscribers, well, that's the end of it. But if I say I am trying to find a way, I am moving towards, I am accumulating enough programs and enough interest to get to 1 million, that is actually the truth. I don't have 1 million, but I am trying to get some. So I don't have to say I can't, I just say I don't have it yet. These are the ways that your thoughts and your mind should be conditioned to live positively, think positively, possibilities, opportunities. The biggest stumbling blocks in our life is our own mind. It is not necessarily just the obstacles that we face with in life. The biggest obstacle is when you think that you cannot, because it doesn't matter how many other people think I cannot do something, it will not change the fact that I still can if I want to. But with the time that I say I cannot, that's me, my entity, the one that is trying to do it, and I command it not to do by saying I can't. That's the end of everything. So don't use that. That's the first thing you want to do, Olga. You want to move away from that situation. Second thing you want to do is to go on my site, my channel, and search for how to move on. There are so many videos that I spend time and energy to express why you're stuck and what you should do not to be stuck, that it is not going to be enough time if it was 1,000 hours to do it right here. There's so much, there's about over 750 and counting videos. You can be damn sure that if you search on what is bothering you, whether it's moving on or why I'm stuck, why am I devastated, why she was so important, why I can't forget the ex, how can, all of that is there. It's been done for you. That's why I'm kicking myself that why I don't have 1 million subscribers, because all those people are looking for this sort of stuff. They just haven't found my channel. And that's why we want more likes and more subscribers, more sharing the videos, more activities to show them that what they're looking for, to help themselves get out of this rut and the pit hole that they've fallen into and park their car, out of their breakups, and get out. For that, they need to understand the matters of their psyche. The matters of the psyche, they can look at it through all the videos. Every video is using these things that I have condensed them all in the playlist, The Psyche. But in every video, I have used the material and the knowledge that I've shared in that playlist in every video in order to encourage and help people to understand how to deal with the situation that they're in emotionally, breakups, or whatever else it might be in their life, that video is talking about that such topic. So I hope that would be something, Olga, for you to follow rather than not doing it and wondering why you can't get out. Because you can. I assure you, you can. Once you go through those videos that I've sweated out here and done it for you guys, whether it's been out by the ocean, few of them, whether it's been in the place that I reside, I have spent so much time and effort, day and night, try to deliver ways that your thoughts are stopping you from moving on after a challenge such as your breakups. And please use them and promote them. Your answers are all there. Carpe Diem says, oh, I jump on. Prince says, are the brain and mind two different things? Very good question. Well, the brain is the actual tangible physical part that has the mechanical process happening in it, beside the neurons and electrical connection and currents through it and all the cells and fragments of what has made what it is, the brain, the muscles and everything, the fat and so on, everything that is in there, that's the brain. But the mind is actually the function, the process that is happening in there, not the physical part. And the mind is responsible for the actual currents and the process of thinking and thoughts and creating that is not tangible, and nothing to describe it with other than words, feelings, emotions, frequencies, abilities. So layman we call that mind part of the activity of the mind. But to me, brain is the actual part where these thoughts have the chance to be processed and be created. I don't think I have enough pondering on that, opportunity for pondering on that here, but let's go to the next and we can talk about this maybe in a separate video I can make about it, or perhaps a different time. Sandy, no, Carpe Diem says, Mehran, sometimes I feel guilty for not attending certain family function. Is it really? Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Depends how you communicate that. Of course, everybody would like to be included in your life. So when there's a family function and you don't attend, they may feel like rejected in a way, or separated from you while they're trying to be close to you. But if you presented well, such as a legitimate way of saying, oh, I love to be there, but unfortunately I have this thing that I want to complete, and I'm not in the mindset that I would bring more energy into the crowd. I don't want to cramp your style, and I may not be able to attend, but I'll do my best because I love to. So you can see you really are actually expressing your willingness to be there, but you're not letting them feel that it is their fault that you're not there. So that will be kind of more positive way of handling it. Or you can always, if it's really something that you feel it's better for you, you say, oh yeah, I will try to make it for a short time because there's so many things I want to handle and they're time sensitive, so but I want to be there, so I'll come for a few minutes. And then at least you will show up for a few minutes, or you won't, but at least you said it in such a way that it's not that rude. But it's not rude, because often we like to just have our own time and don't want to share that time. I understand that, and that's okay. It's not that rude unless you express it in a rude way, like say, oh, the hell with that, I don't give a shit about that. Then that could be possibly insulting. Sandy says, I feel exactly the same as Olga. It is a false sense of feeling safe, but feels better than facing my fears. Chris says, hello, Mehran. Hello, Chris. And Robert says, so she stated that I only bring bad energy and to never contact her, and blocked me on Facebook. What's the best action to take to my mind? What's the best action to take to my mind, or just do nothing? What's that mean? What's the best action to take to my mind? I see. What do you do about your mind? Well, I see. How to think about it? Well, just think about it as somebody that you didn't know. So many people you don't know in life, they haven't included you in their Facebook. It's the same as being blocked because you're not part of it, right? The only reason that you're insulted by this one is because you knew this one and you had a relationship with her, and now she's blocked you, so you feel like the one who has taken something away is the one who is right or who has a power, that you need to get that back in order to feel good about yourself. No, what was the value of her being in Facebook connected with you? Nothing. What was gain? What were you gaining? Nothing. There's so many people that are not connected to you, but you don't care because you don't know them. At this one, you knew it, and you had this affirmation, so to speak, or connection. Now that it's taken out, we're conditioned to want to be more. And when we have a girlfriend or a friend, you think, okay, I have something, so I'm more, because we're conditioned to think more comes with having things, attaining things. I have this, I'm more. If it's taken away, then I'm less. So coming to me is positive. Something going away from me is less. I have given money to me, I have more. And money goes away, I have less. I have 2 apples, they take 1 away. I didn't need it 2, but I had 2, but now they take away 1. I feel bad because like something taken away from me, with it, my credibility is diminished in my mind. But these are all conditioning. You don't have to think that way. You just think, okay, she's one of the people that I don't know, that I have never been connected on Facebook. So block me or not block me, it's like the people that I'm not already connected to. If you think of it that way, but if you think of it, oh, she was my girlfriend, and now her not wanting to be with me, blocking me, it means there's something wrong with me, I'm diminished in value, and all that nonsense that you have created as part of your conditioning in your mind. And that is not the way you should actually think. Now, let's see. I can't fix this, can I? There we go. A little bit better. So don't pay attention to that at all. It doesn't matter that she's blocked you. So what? What were you doing when she wasn't blocking you? Did you have more money because she hadn't blocked you? Were you what? Better looking? Or were you what? Running faster? Smarter? Oh, so what? She blocked you. The hell with it. And you block her too. You don't need that. What do you need? It's all about the fact that you are conditioned to feel you must be affirmed, and you need that confirmation of your worth and value by other people's reaction towards you. The more they like me, like the like thumbs up here, the more I'm popular, and I like that feeling. But if she doesn't like me, then it looks like, oh, I'm not affirmed. Get that out of your head. Regardless of what they do or don't, they think of you or don't, they're a friend with you or not, you're still the same wonderful person. Because who are they? Who died and left them in charge to give you your worth and value? They themselves are looking for somebody else to evaluate them or to validate them, to confirm them, affirm them, like them, or not block them. So it's just another silly thing that you have made yourself become dependent on it. But in reality, it has no meaning, no value. It's a value of another fragment of what puts the whole picture of this universe together, another human being, that you're thinking that that fragment will validate you, who is another fragment. But that's also a fragment. You can't be validated by that. That fragment itself needs validation from another one. So it's not like that's the source that you've been denied validation from. It's just another person. So what's the value of that? But you have conditioned yourself to give value to these attentions and affirmations, and I like you and I don't block you and we're friends. So what? What's in reality, what does it do for you? Are you now a scholar in some kind of a scientific project, or have you become smarter? No. So if the consciousnesses are not compatible and it's not really a pleasant relationship for one of you or for both of you, then why do you care to be blocked or not blocked? Just unfriend her anyhow, whether even if you were not blocked. Mukul from India, hello dear. Adam says, what you fear expands, what you look at disappears. Okay, maybe Adam, you can explain a little bit further, because maybe I didn't get it. David says, hello from Texas. Hello, age 22. Thank you. I'm a bit late. Yes, you are, but that's okay. But it'll be uploaded again. But I'm glad to see the likes are picking up today. Yes, thank you, David. We had Carpe Diem on everyone's back and encouraging them to do the least they can do by clicking on the like. And that has worked. And David says, it would be cool if you could do one of those TED Talks on breakups or the psyche. Yes, if they invite me, I would. I don't know how to get in there, and maybe eventually there would be some suggestion or invitation. I've heard it's not that difficult to get on it, but there's a process, I guess, and I really want to focus on these, perhaps, while that TED Talk would be a good promoter for sure. Marielos says, Marielos says, I don't feel authentic, don't know what to do. You don't have to feel authentic or prove that you are authentic or not. You are. It's like saying, I don't feel human. Well, it doesn't matter if you feel or not, you are. So focus on the fact. Focus on the truth. The truth is, you are one of the kind. One of a kind. One of a kind. That's the truth. So for truth, you don't have to find a way to prove it that it is. It's like I say, I don't know how to prove this is tea. And I'm drinking it. It is tea. I don't have to prove it. I don't know. I don't know if it's sunny. Well, it's sunny. Just believe the facts. You are authentic because every human being is authentic. There are no two the same. Even if they may look similar, the consciousnesses are different. It's impossible for two people to have the same consciousness. Just the way they've been affected. Even if they've been faced with similar stuff, the resonance and the signature, that the effect that is left on their consciousness would be different than the same thing has left an effect on somebody else's consciousness. Because each one of us are like a trampoline with a different tension level. Each one of us is like a tennis racket with different tension on the strings. Same tennis racket, same brand, same size, same grip, same face size, and same string, but different pressure. Whether it's 80 or 78 or 60 or 62 or 55, they all will have a different reaction when the same ball with the same speed, the same angle hits them. So it is impossible for two consciousnesses to be the same, even if they've been faced and interacted with the same, exact same situations. They each will have a little differences in their reaction and response based on, again, how their consciousness was conditioned through previous experiences to get to that particular experience. It's very interesting. So for that reason, you should, from this little talk that I just did, you should be 100% sure that you are authentic. Because whatever you do, it's authentic. Even if you're actually imitating somebody else, the way you're doing it is authentic of that part of imitation. So I hope that would be something to help you out a little bit. Olga. Oh, sorry, not Olga. Marielos. I apologize. Okay. Now we have Patrick. Patrick says, hi Mehran. Hello Patrick. I am new here. Yes, I have not seen your last name because we have a Patrick, but he's from UK and I'm familiar with his last name. Your last name is Makanza, I believe, if I've pronounced it correctly. Been enjoying your wisdom for some time though. I'm glad that you like the videos, Patrick. Mimi says, hi sir, thank you for helping us. You're welcome, dear. If a person caused harm to others, killed, stole, raped, she says in brackets, does karma really punish him? I would really appreciate if you would answer. Well, before karma gets to him, if somebody kills or steals something or rapes someone, the authorities and the rules and law of the land will catch up to him and takes, shows him what will be done in response to his behavior and his actions. And if someone has gotten away, that energy that he has brought about to life with his actions of the atrocities that he has committed to of any kind will release a certain energy, that whatever energy is being released, it will pretty much be replenished with the same kind of energy. That's the rule of the universe. You bring negativity, you're extending negativity, you'll be receiving negativity. Because everything you embark on, the ripples that you create in energy world, in energy, that ripple eventually, because the ripples in every action that we make has an energy in it, that energy travels through universe, affecting everything that it's in its way, and that energy eventually through the flow of the energy of the universe that comes back from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe, and including passing through you, will eventually catch up with you. And that part that you started, the ripple of it, was a negative one, so the negative one will eventually catch up with you and affect you in a negative way, because that's the way of the energy. It's always in movement from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe. It's always extending forward and flowing throughout the universe and passing through all of us from all directions of the universe. The energies that we put out, its ripple will not stop and eventually comes back and touches ourselves. So on that note, on that theory, karma usually catches up with people. It's a good way to think. And it's all about that we are all made out of energy. Everything we do is made out of energy. And the energy doesn't die, doesn't stop. It continues and touches everything in its path. And that path eventually comes back to you. That means everything you sow, everything you seed, you plant, it's going to come back and touch you. So if you extend negative energy, that will also going to be affecting yourself as well eventually. That's how I think. Now, Carpe Diem says, thank you for giving 26 thumbs up. Haha, good. 13 watching. You guys, 13 watching, and everybody has put 2 thumbs up. You guys are great. Good. Thank you, Carpe Diem, for the encouragement of these wonderful friends who have felt that it is necessary to support the channel in this way. I so want to help Mehran, the brilliant wise teacher. Cheers. Thank you, Carpe Diem. I am empowered with all these wonderful, kind talks. So, guys, it looks like that we have reached the end of our talk today because it's been over 1 hour and I have answered all the questions here. I want to thank you again for spending this time with me. I appreciate your sharing your time with me and I enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love you all. Thank you again. Please continue sharing the videos that you like, whether it's about relationship or just about the matters of the psyche from the playlist Psyche. Do share the site mindthatseekstruth.com. Do check out the t-shirt thingy that I'm still waiting for it to arrive, and I hope it will. The link is up there. And do purchase the books that if you like to, but listen to the video about each book, see what it's all about, look at the table of contents, read the sample chapter, and if you like it, then you can purchase it and enjoy it, have it on your library, and get to know a little bit more about yourself and how you tick. So, hope to talk to you soon. Oh, hello, Ra. Good to see you. You made it. So, I hope you have done the thumbs up thing, because today we had a rally led by Carpe Diem to have thumbs up as many as we could. So, in the meantime, I look forward to our next talk. Be good to yourself, to the others, and take good care of yourself and the others. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.